You don't always need to go completely cold turkey to break an unhelpful habit. Some are so deeply ingrained in our daily lives that it just leaves too big of a void for us to overcome. So instead of trying to cut out a habit entirely, another strategy is to replace it with something else. When I quit caffeine for 30 days, I found myself missing my morning cup of coffee. I rarely ever drink caffeine to wake me up in the morning. I enjoy the routine more than anything else. It's inextricably linked to my work. But now that it was missing, I had a problem. So I decided to replace my coffee every morning for peppermint tea, and it was surprisingly effective. Of course, it wasn't the perfect substitute for coffee, but it helped me to settle into my work and it distracted me from what I was missing. Let's look at a few other examples of habits that you could swap. Are you a bathroom scroller? Instead of bringing your phone into the bathroom, try putting a book in there instead. Or download an app like Blinkist, which summarizes key points from self-help books. Something tells me that those two options will be far more enjoyable than reading the back of your shampoo bottle. Do you eat dessert every night? This is definitely a habit I've struggled with a lot myself. One of the best ways to curb that craving is to swap dessert for something else. Maybe fruit, a bedtime tea, or a seltzer water. Spending too much time watching TV? Consider replacing your reality TV binge with something educational and bite-sized, like masterclass lessons, self-development videos on YouTube, or an awesome course by, I don't know, some great company called Slow Growth. Does fight or flight often get the best of you when something triggers you at work, leading you to write long, angry emails to your colleagues? Take advantage of the adrenaline and go for a walk around your block while listening to your favorite Limp Bizkit album instead. One important thing to be careful of is that you don't accidentally replace the unhelpful habit with something just as unproductive. Let me know if this sounds familiar. You decide to quit social media, and so you delete Instagram, TikTok, and all other social media apps from your phone. But instead of getting clear on how you're gonna swap the habit, you let your brain do its thing. The next thing you know, you're opening up your phone every few minutes only to doom scroll through the news or endlessly browse Reddit. Without a solid plan in place, our brains will seek comfort in any way it can. And that's usually the path that requires the least resistance. By becoming more self-aware and identifying these potential pitfalls in advance, you can ensure that you don't enter an eternal loop of unhelpful habits. Open up your workbook to exercise 9 to do a habit swap for yourself. Identify where you can replace some unhelpful habits with something more positive instead.